Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So pretty much today video we're gonna do some steering modification on the 240 so we can gain some more angle and also less binding when we're drifting. So pretty much over here I took out the whole front end on the 240. As you guys can see, I took out the angle kit. This is the angle kit from PBM Power Shop Max. I took out the sticky soy bar. I took out the Nismo power bracer that was cut before because my JZ swap didn't allow it, but this time I fixed it. You know, I already tagged it in place on both sides. Right, look at that weld, and also got to weld it around it, right, for more strength. But this thing actually is coming out pretty good. Here's the tops. Look at that dimple. Looking very nice. I created a little contour over here with an extra plate that was left over from this one, and I made it a adjustment here so it could just merge into the strut tower. This thing is looking really good though. I haven't done this side yet. Like, to be honest, I was kind of burnt out, doing the tops. It actually got me really tired, so I was like, you know what, let's do something different. So I just started to take the whole front end out. Another thing that I fixed is the bolt that goes behind the patch over here. Now our power brush is sit nice and tight. Doesn't flop around anymore because we were just missing a bolt. So actually today I do want to do something a little different. So luckily I have an extra cross member sitting on the back. So we're gonna move our steering column forward like an inch so we could just have more steering angle and also less binding on the wheel when we at full lock. This thing is looking good. I already put in the Power Shop Max rack spacer, but I don't think they're they're enough. I replaced the old ones, the energy bushing. This thing started to tear apart out of nowhere. Man, this polyurethane stuff is just really flimsy. Look at all that. So yeah, so pretty much here I was telling you guys that I do have a cross member. It was sitting, over there in the back of the house. But here's just an idea of what we're gonna do today. So we're actually gonna trace this. We're gonna cut this out, all right? And we're gonna bring the whole assembly forward by probably like an inch or inch and a half. Now by bringing the steering rack forward, it's gonna help you actually gain some more angle, okay? And also it's gonna give you less binding when you are full lock. So the process, it is pretty simple. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mark up wherever we need to cut on the top and also on the bottom, all right? And after that, we trim out whatever we need to trim out. The last is gonna bring it back on, weld it, and then it should be it. But first, I really want to wash this because this thing looks like shit. All right, so pretty much here, after I wash it, because this thing was pretty dirty. Look at that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get yelled at later, but it's okay. It's everything for a purpose. All right, so I actually marked it up right over here. Now you guys probably see 3 lines. What those 3 lines are? Now I'm gonna show you. Now these 3 lines actually are the diameter that we're gonna be start actually cutting. Now from front to back, actually there's 2 inches here, right? So I just marked it up, trace it up all the way around. Now, so the cutting line, we're gonna start cutting this line first, right? This is gonna be our baseline. We're not gonna actually pass this one because we wanna kind of have some extra material so we could just kind of overlap onto this one, or we could just, merge them together. Is easier that way because look at that. If you cut from the get-go, from here, from the beginning, you won't actually have material just to cover this part. You will, but it's gonna be really hard. So what I did on the back as well, right? All right, so pretty much over here we got the cross member cut out in 2 pieces. So you know, this is the piece that we're actually moving forward. All we want is this. Boom, easy, huh? We're just gonna bring the rack forward now. So I actually have a line over here that I draw in the middle of the cross member. Now the reason that I made it this line on the cross member, because I wanted to make sure that, you know, the time when I'm welding this thing back up, it's not gonna be slanted to the right or slanted to the left. So actually this is like a guide, so we can just sit it right on the middle. All right, so pretty much what we're gonna do next is we're gonna cut out this piece over here. Once you cut out this piece, this cross member, the other cross member part, should be able to merge onto this one over here, onto the base. We're gonna do that on the top, and also we're gonna do that on the bottom. So I actually created a plate over here, one on the right side and also one on the left. This is actually is gonna cover this gap between the part that we cut out, right? Because if not, it's just gonna be like that. We don't want to leave that open, so it's just for structure and reinforcement, you know, just to make things a little stronger. We're just gonna cover that up, weld that up, and that should be it. So pretty much here I'm gonna actually overlap this. I'm gonna have this, actually this part sit on top of the cross member, you know, so that'll be stronger, and also on the bottom as well. I guess that's pretty much it. I'm gonna bring the welder in, and then we should be able to start welding.
Feeling many hours later.
All right, so just a little update here of the front subframe. After many hours of TIG welding, we pretty much got it done. Look at all that weld. I think they came out pretty solid. I took a step further, so I reinforced actually this section as well. This is the piece that the motor mount actually seats, right? Look at all that. So believe it or not, welding is starting to get a little harder over here around this corner over here, because I'm not really used to like holding the TIG torch a certain angle. So I kind of like, you know, over weld some parts, overfill some parts, but here it is. Everything came out pretty good. Here is pretty nice. We did like a, you know, like a zigzag, so it could just, you know, fill this little gap a little better. And also this side as well, it turns out it's a little harder, you know, because the angle of my TIG torch. Here I burned through, so I have to fill this up. Same on this side, and also this side I actually reinforced this section over here. This is pretty much the brackets that hold the motor mount in place. So look at that. Here it actually looks really bad, but here it actually looks really good. Same on this side. Look at that. Right, very nice. And also we did the same thing in the bottom. Right, the bottom actually came out really good. Like, believe it or not, compared to all the welds online that I was looking this morning, my welds are actually really good. I'm really proud of myself, believe it or not. Like, seriously, like I've seen some crazy weld online. Wow. So pretty much what we're gonna do now is I actually want to add 2 little, you know, piece of metal, maybe 3, one here, and one here. It's just to reinforce the weld, you know, making sure that nothing is gonna fall apart when we're drifting. And that should be it. Next, I'm gonna bring out the power bracer. We still gotta fix the power bracer. We're gonna weld that up as well. So here we have it, the Crossmember modify. We brought the power steering rack forward, and also I added 2 nuts over here. Right, I welded onto the frame. This is for my skid plate, so I don't have to go through the hassle again, you know, just to put the bolt in, you know, find out where's the bolt, you know, where is the hole and whatnot. So pretty much next time when I'm gonna put the skid plate, I'm just gonna bolt it up, and then that's it. No more headache.
Many hours later.
So here's the Nismo power bracer from the 240. After many hours of welding again, whew, I'm tired. Look at all that weld. This thing is looking so good. I actually learned how to weld around it. Damn, this thing came out better than I expected. Here's a swell. Here in the bottom. Right, a little dirty over there that we have to clean out. Here as well. Look at all that weld. Believe it or not, this is the hardest part to weld, right? Because you have no space to get in with the tungsten. So actually I was like this, you know, like this angle over here, you know, you get a plate kind of with the tungsten, you know, adjust it shorter, longer, shorter, longer. So pretty much everything is done. So actually we did a lot of welding today, and I'm really exhausted. So here's the power razor, and here's the front subframe. Look at all that. I'm just gonna, you know, light paint this, you know, black color with Rust-Oleum just to prevent rust in the future. And then we're gonna put it back into the car.